If you have never watched Game of Thrones, I'm not sure what you would make of Graeme of Thrones, the parody of the HBO series that played last week at the Playhouse at Westport Plaza. I do have the background assumed by this parody. I watched and enjoyed 3 seasons of the sword and sorcery epic until the violence got to be too much for me. Even so, Graeme of Thrones left me cold. The idea of the show is that the title character has created a Game of Thrones live experience. Graeme and his friends Paul and Bryony are presenting their handiwork to a group of potential investors. This premise has unfortunate consequences. First, the level of the parody reflects the doltishness of Graeme and company. I saw very little that I would call clever. The first bit is an interpretive dance based on the show's animated credits. Those credits transfix me every time. I tired of the dance very quickly. Second, there was no plot from Game of Thrones to follow, just loosely connected scenes. The only through line involved the relationships of Paul, Graeme, and Bryony. I admired the performances by Allie Bryce as Graeme, Libby Northage as Bryony, and Michael Condren as Paul, but the personal lives of their characters have nothing to do with Game of Thrones. Some members of the audience laughed more than I did at the extremely broad sketches, such as an outlandish eating scene involving deli ham and an over-the-top reenactment of what the HBO series called Sansa Stark's flowering. I was hoping for more wit in the send-up of the show's excesses. The kind of humor I was hoping for I saw a couple of years ago in Magic Smoking Monkey's Got parody, in which Got was represented by the Game of Thrones logo. The mutant offshoot of St. Louis Shakespeare has never been above low humor, but there were plenty of inspired touches in a well-constructed condensation of the first season on HBO. This production was helped by having a larger cast than would be feasible in a touring show. If the Westport producers want to keep putting on parodies of pop culture, Magic Smoking Monkey has a backlog of scripts that are worth looking into.
Yeah, we have enjoyed their things. But yeah, this it seemed to move a little slowly too for something that was supposed to be a comedy. But
I agree.